It's the third, Joseph R. Wheeler the third, artist, founder, president of the ONYXCON Foundation. Welcome y'all to another ONYXCON's Lives. We getting it in. We doing these lives. We try to make it daily as possible. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the mission. It's part of the plan. It's all in the equation. Oh yeah, cause I'm only human. Yeah, babe. Don't ask me for too much, too fast. I'm only human. Yeah, babe. That's been in my head for like the whole week. I swear it has. It's Happy Friday, by the way. That Jeffrey Osborne, the ghost of Osborne, I just got that song in my head. Make no mistake about it. Cause little things usually mean so much to me. Well, you didn't know you were gonna get serenaded today, did you, ladies? That's for my ladies. Strictly for the ladies. Fellas, you better learn how to hit a note. That's all I can tell you. They love that. Women love that. Even if you can't really sing, they think it's cute that you try. You know what I'm saying? They think it's cute that you try. Trust me. They like it. Oh, man, oh, man. So, I guess, you know what? We are a multi-niche channel, if you don't know. So, we cover a lot of topics here. We got a lot of different content, a lot of different shows or elements, as I like to call them. Everything from ONYXCON Outdoors, which covers not just the great outdoors. When you think of the rest of nature, notice how I said that, the rest of nature, my fellow mammals. All my mammals, yes, you're a mammal. You didn't fall out the sky. Sorry. Views and opinions expressed by yours truly are just me, not my affiliates, associates, sponsors, whomever else supports ONYXCON throughout the years will eventually. Because this stuff stands the test of time, you know what I'm saying? You gotta put on your cocoa butter. It's nice and breezy out here. Get that windswept face. If you don't keep your face oiled up. That's a little ONYXCON fitness tip. Mind, body, and soul. A little health for y'all. Make sure you keep some oil on your skin. Something natural, most preferably, people. Fellas, I'm especially talking to you because I know a lot of guys be on some macho stuff, walking around ashy and getting crusty and falling apart, end up looking like an elephant. Like you can get to the point where your skin gets so hard and dry that your shit will literally crack open and bleed. Like it can get there. Don't play with your body, fellas. Ladies, y'all should already know. We expect y'all to be the example, the beginning of knowing how to take care of yourself like that. But fellas need to, it ain't nothing. There's nothing not masculine about taking care of your body. Okay? Take care of your body, fellas. Your ladies will appreciate it. Ladies, can I get a witness? Ladies, can I get a witness? If there's a lady up in here right now that's feeling what I just said, go on and hit that thumb up. Let me get that thumb up. Let me know you're in the building. I see one. Oh, I see two. Well, there they go. Ladies in the building. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We mostly got a male audience for this channel for the type of stuff we cover, but I want more ladies. I really do. I wouldn't mind having a mostly ladies audience because women are loyal, more so. Not completely, but more so. We got four. We got for the ladies up in here. Ladies represent. Yo, you got to be a subscriber too, because only subscribers can comment. So I appreciate the thumbs up, but go ahead and subscribe so you can talk to me. Let's talk. Let's talk. If you ain't no subscriber, you can't talk. So I'll tell you that right now. We don't do the trolls. We blast this trolls dead in the head with the digital shotgun. Shrapnel to your dome. Please believe it. We ain't playing. We ain't playing. Yo, so speaking of topics of masculinity and all that type of thing, I really appreciate the thumbs up though. I know the ladies in the house because I see the thumbs went up as soon as I said, ladies, if you're in here, put the thumbs up. That's what I'm talking about. I love to see that. Love to see that. Y'all the reason for the season. You better believe it. My monetization nation, that's everybody who supports, that's everybody who participates, that's everybody who's got positive energy. For real talk. So I was going to talk about this. I was going to ease into it, but you know, just ironic because we hitting on topics, and may as well get into it. So I was watching this dude that I say was a subscriber. I'm not even gonna mention his name for his channel because I like that. I got a thing about that. Unless I'm doing a direct edited video where I take the time and I've done those. I ain't got no problem. If I'm gonna call you out, I'm gonna call you out. I'm gonna stand on it. I don't give a damn. It is what it is, you know. But I try to stray away from doing as many of those because people start thinking, oh, this is a beef channel. That's all he about. He just want to smoke. Nah, I don't want to smoke, kids. I'm too grown for smoke. I'm a volcano. If I'm really pissed off about something, it ain't gonna be no just little cyber. No, I don't. No. I'm gonna say what I got to say, knowing that if I ever got to see you in real life, you might catch an attitude, and I'm gonna tell you to your face just what I said in the video. I don't like what you about. You know, period. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no thing. It ain't no thing. But because I know that energy is not positive, not progressive, I try to stay away from videos like that. I try not to do, if I'm gonna talk about it, I talk about it vague a lot of times on purpose because some of these perspectives are so general. You ain't gotta single nobody out. There's not one person that thinks some of the stupid stuff you'll find on the internet. You can find a mass of people saying the same nonsense. So if you're on another side of perspective, you really don't have to call people out half the time. You can just speak in general about that mind state, and you'll be stepping on all the same toes. It's all good. So this guy, and it's kind of disappointing. I'll say this about the guy. I mean, if you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. Because I did this before in a video, and it was funny. Somebody knew exactly who I was talking about, and they were a follower, and they hit the comments, and they was like, "You talking about such and such?" And I just laughed. I said, "Somebody know how to read the room." That's all I said. I didn't even want to get into it, but I was like, it was cool to know that they knew who I meant. But that said something too about the fact that the power of influence, when people call themselves influencers on this type of medium, it's real, y'all. It's like people are watching. You know what I mean? On any level, even a channel like mine with just 1,000+ subscribers, we of course we want to get to the point where we got millions, or hell, I'd be happy with a few 100,000, quite frankly. You know, same with the bank account. I don't have to see a million per se. When I was a kid, you'd say little words, you hear everybody else say, "I want to be a millionaire." I don't have to be a millionaire. Just 6 figures is be freaking fantastic right now, because I am not going to be living the rest of my life completely in America anyway. So you get out into the world, you can turn 6 figures into a millionaire, so you can still say I was a millionaire in my lifetime. You know, and that's part of the journey we want to take y'all on through ONYXCON Outdoors Worldwide when we do our travel vlogs. If that interests you, if you like to see more of that journey and everything, please support the channel. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe button. You know all the usual. But also consider donations, because they go a long way. That's how we buy plane tickets. That's how we get, new equipment. That's how we do the doggone thing, for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? It really does add up. Every single thumb, I call it thumb love, man. Every time y'all tap those thumbs up, every time y'all salute the channel, every time y'all recommend it, every time y'all tell somebody, man, I learned something from this and I want to share this. That helps, okay? Thank you to each and every one who do. Got 5 thumbs up. It's a good day, man. It's a great day. Thank you, y'all. So, I love to see that. That's awesome. We got more thumbs up than I got people viewing. That means if the 3 that's viewing ain't the ones that did some of the thumbs up, it don't even matter. I had 5 real ones in the building. Maybe we'll get some real ones as we continue. So, like I said, this other cat's channel, he's an older black gentleman. He's like myself. He's definitely in his early 50s, if not right at 50. I always say I'm almost as old as hip hop, so not quite 50, you feel me? But we're contemporaries, right? And he'll do videos like this. As a matter of fact, this is about all he does. I've never seen him anywhere else but in his car. And he does these chats, which is common. A lot of people do car chats. That's nothing new on YouTube. A lot of people doing that. That's a function of going live. I mean, if you can't, you got to get in here when you can, man. We busy during the day. By the time you get in, you're tired from whatever else you had to do for the job. It just makes sense. And that's why I started doing it. That's why I stopped trying to make every video an epic Hollywood production. I mean, I'm an actor, I'm a writer, producer, I'm in Hollywood, and I do independent stuff too. But that stuff is such a long process. And when you're doing it literally independently, it's just you. It doesn't even make common sense to put through the stress of making every video an epic production. Just make whatever you have to say epic. So here we go. So the brother does these car videos, right? And he was talking about Typically he talks about relationships, which is why I started following his channel. And he'll talk from the perspective of someone who's been divorced. I can relate. He'll speak from the perspective of other work I don't want to have to do, but that I got to do. I always say, doing what I got to do, not what I want to do. It's what I need to do while I'm getting to what I really, truly need and want. And that is this right here, ONYXCON. All day, all night, every day. This is one of my babies in life. You know what I'm saying? This is part of my life. Okay, the other thing that will happen is the signal will be jumping. You know, that's what happens when you keep re-pinging and pinging to these different satellite, phone towers, etc. But anyway, I was saying, before I was so technologically interrupted, damn it. So, as I was saying, there was a time where I didn't even mention it. I didn't even want to mention what I'm having to do other than all the fancy cool stuff like, oh, I'm on set, oh, look at this, we're doing content and we're out here in the rest of the world, I'm traveling and I'm at this event. Yeah. Everybody, as people say, people only post the good stuff. I post the good and the in-between stuff because I want you to see the reality of it, not just as, this is the behind the scenes really. You know, I still talk about topics, I still cover it, but I'm working while I'm working, you know what I mean? And I share that on purpose because I know it's inspiring to other YouTubers who might want to do this, who feel like, I can't start no channel, I'm a trucker. I go, talk in your truck, man. Talk in your truck, lady. Talk in your truck. Like, talk on the job. If you got a job where you can do that, just get it in. Build your channel. Don't let nobody make you feel like you can't because you ain't got, a damn ring light and a fancy camera and a whole bunch of equipment. You don't need a lot. And that's for all this stuff. I'm talking about any of it, the podcast, etc. A lot of this stuff, it's a big illusion. And some gatekeepers want to keep you thinking you got to have all this other stuff to do it. So you never start, and they got less competition is how they looking at it. But here's the reality. That's the sign of a weak mind when somebody talking about competition. There's no freaking competition but yourself every day when you wake up. Because you are so unique that if you give everybody who you really are, they're either going to love it or leave it alone, period. And I always say here at ONYXCON, respect, power, money. In that order. That's it. We don't want just money for money's sake. We don't want just followers for followers' sake. We don't want empty numbers. I want people who, you ain't got to always agree with me, but you do need to be on the same general level of ethics and morality and decency, etc., etc. If you ain't on none of that, then I don't want you following my channel because you're going to be a problem now or later. It don't matter. It's going to happen. You're going to try and troll. You're going to say something that'll get your ass handed to you in real life out here talking shit on web. That's why I don't let trolls talk when I'm on live. Because I understand. These people don't understand life is real. They do not understand. And some of them might think, yeah, I do. And I'm crazy. Well, the guy who's smiling, the handsome guy in Atlanta ain't, the Hulk, there's more than one kind of Hulk. That's all I can tell you. There's more than one kind of Hulk. It's not to be played with. I don't cater to that energy. So as I was saying, in not catering to that energy, I was talking about this cat's channel here that I had some issues with, but I didn't want to mention him because I'm not trying to breed, a battle, so to speak, because there ain't gonna be no damn battle. I even gave a comment on my discrepancy, my disgruntled feelings about things he had mentioned in this recent broadcast. I wanted him to know, because he asked for it. He said in the video, he's like, let me know what your opinions are. Let me know what your thoughts. I was like, you sure you want to know? Like, okay. All right. Hey, what the vampires say? I'm not going to come in your house until you invite me. You invite me, I'm tear your head off and use it as a teacup, You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Sorry, I like vampire films. It may have been too graphic for some people. Welcome to ONYXCON. This is an adult channel. You better know it. You better know it. We don't do kid content. We do some stuff the kids might like, but that's up to you as a parent to decide if they can watch it. You know what I'm saying? Night it was like 30 something. It's about I forget his Yeah, okay. Give me about 10, 15 minutes. Maybe not even that long. Maybe 5. All right. I'll see y'all in a minute. Hold on. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. If you subscribe, I ain't got nothing else but content. I ain't got to do nothing else, and that is the dream, baby. Because content means a lot of things. It's a whole. Hey, ONYXCON is a lifestyle. Yo, we're gonna be getting it. We could be in Costa Rica right now. We could be in Africa. We could be in South Africa. We could be in Kenya. We could be in Australia. We could be a lot of places right now. But we here. We in this car. We dropping off these papers. I'm playing Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying? You didn't know Santa Claus was black. Now you know. All right? No. Santa Claus is legitimately not black. I'm cool with black Santa Clauses. I'm cool with any kind of color you want to make Santa Claus at your house when you had a little figures and everything. I'm cool with that. Okay? Even knowing the origin of things too. So I give credit where credit's due. That is a very European thing and how it started. It is what it is. Salute to that, you know, but no. Let's see, is this the address? No, that's not it. Okay, yeah, we're right. Don't you just hate addresses that are not accurate? GPS be way the hell off. You're like, what you talking about? That's down the damn street. Where you got me going? Ooh-wee. So we're gonna get back on this topic about this brother's channel and what he said about the Craven movie. I promise you. I know I sound like a DJ. You notice how DJs doing that to you, especially on Sirius FM. They be like, yo, did y'all hear about such and such? Well, here's what it is. They give you a little teaser. And they say, we'll be right back in a minute after about 5 or so songs. But hey, I ain't mad because that's what you're paying for. You want to hear the music. But it'll be some enticing topic. You'll be like, ooh, what are you about to say? And then I'll see y'all in a minute. We're going to be right back after the break. I'll tell y'all. So that's what I'm doing right now. Right back after the break. Let me drop this. All right, y'all. So the brother was talking about the Craven movie. Again, I have not seen the movie. That's very important to make mention of. But he was saying that he enjoyed it. He was saying he thought if he had to rate this movie on other Marvel movies and do a top 20, it would be in his top 15. So I was like, okay. And I've heard that from other people too, that it's a good movie. Not rating it, but just saying it's a good movie. Okay. I wasn't expecting it to be so good, honestly, because, or again, who's saying it's good? You gotta wonder where people's mind state is and what they like and what they don't like, and so you know, it's various levels to that thing, right? But he basically went into a diatribe about how critics are eating it alive, and a lot of them, like he said, Rotten Tomatoes he mentioned, and some of the other big ones, he said, all giving it hell. They're just saying, oh, this Craven movie sucks. It's one of the worst things Marvel could have ever done, blah, 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 blah. And I laughed about all that because I can relate to that and agree that sometimes that stuff be so off that I don't even pay it no attention no more. I don't go off of no Rotten Tomatoes, that's for sure. I look for people who I already have seen that how they think is aligned to some of the way I think. Because otherwise, we're different audiences. I respect that. People are not, if you, for example, don't like anything about football, I wouldn't come to you to ask you who you think deserves to make it and is playing strong enough football to make it to the Super Bowl. I wouldn't ask you. I don't give a damn about your opinion if you don't like anything about football. See, I'm a casual fan. I always say, I watch just enough to know what's going on, and I know enough about that game in particular and other professional sports that, I check in when I got time. I'm just not the couch potato. I'm just not the emotional fan I was when I was in middle school, especially. That was the last time in my life that I was like the diehard, I would be emotional if my team lost, it was that time in life. I was young, and I was all into that stuff. But I got older and I realized, man, I got other things to do in a day when it's football season. I can't be sitting in front of the TV watching all the games. I can't plus it's just not my mind state or body type. I like being active That's why I do what you see me doing right now, because at least I can get out the car, walk to a door, come back, sometimes long driveways. And most of the time, that's not enough for me. When I finish, I'm not finished. I'm going to go somewhere and walk some more. I'm going to get my walks in. I'm going to get these steps if I can. Some days I don't feel like it, but most of the time, I got to at least hit 2 miles a day, or I feel like a lazy lima bean, okay? Back to a famous joke from In Living Color. If you know it, you know. I'm no lazy lima bean. Me got 10 job, man. Okay? 10 job, man. Me no lazy lima bean. So, yeah, you know, I did my thing, y'all, and I'm gonna keep doing it. So anyway, my point was that he gave his opinion. I agree with a lot of what I was hearing from describing what was going on in the movie, and he was, you know, kind of beating his chest and coming from the macho man perspective of men like a movie like this because, you know, it's a man being a man, and we need to get back to men being men. And he was saying all the critics were trying to say that this is toxic masculinity, you know. Okay, so as soon as he said that, I felt him. I was agreeing that I'm with you on that, because anytime I see that phrase these days, I mean, my hackles go up. Like, all right, what you mean by that? Because I discovered that, and I don't know the name of the therapist or whoever this is, but there was a guy who is openly gay who came up with that phrase. I'm sorry, but you can be whatever you want to be in orientation. Before I say this, let me go on and make my little disclaimer. Views and opinions expressed by yours truly are those of mine and mine alone, and not all of ONYXCON's affiliates, associates, sponsors, etc. I have associates who are of the LGBTQ community. I have people who are close associates, almost I would consider even friends, who are openly gay men. Now, when I say friend, I said almost because I'm not even going to perpetrate the fraud. I don't hang out with gay guys. I don't go to things that they would be at with the intention of hanging out with them. I've been in environments where they are predominant, like for instance, I won't even say predominant, I'll just say they have high numbers and it's a part of the culture of where I was at. Like when I cover House in the Park, which I've done for 2 years, I've been to it many years before now, but I've covered it as a part of ONYXCON's content for 2 years straight. And I love those videos, and I love the times I had at those places, because I enjoyed not only it's about the music, man. I just enjoy people be happy for real and they dance for real. It ain't no club, it ain't no bottle popping, it ain't no sections. It's an outdoor, get your damn sweat on, really dance. How can you hear this music and not move your body type event? That's what it is. Love it. That's what I'm there for. But when I discovered deep house music, as I like to call it, I mean, when I say deep soulful house music, black folk house, because people misconstrue that sometimes and think it's the, you know, some of that does bleed in, but they think it's the techno type stuff from Europe, from European artists. And even that does apply to a certain extent. Some of that is part of the history of even deep soulful house. But I like the deep soulful house that started in Chicago, New York, where else? Detroit, gotta name them all. New Jersey, all of that, all them places that really are house head places. And now Atlanta's definitely a house head place because all them people came down here. Now, the maestros, as they call them, the original founders of house music, some of those DJs were openly gay dudes. I didn't know or care about none of that for many years. Because most of the songs, they ain't talking about, you know, the sensual activities of same-sex people. They generalize. The lyrics is pretty much, you know, it's non-directed love interest when something's being described in that regard, and it's just good music. And even if somebody did hint towards the other whatever, yo, if the beat is hitting enough in the right moment, I'm gonna be like, yo, that's for them, but this beat is for me, damn it. That's all I care. All I want to hear is the music, man. That's all I want to hear. I don't care about all that. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing physical on a tip that I don't agree with happening when I'm dancing. I'm just dancing, period. You know what I mean? Now, to add to that, I'm a heterosexual man. I love the women. So I've dated some women who are bi. Some guys who are straight would be grinning from ear to ear because they cool with that. They like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? More the merrier, because the first thing come to their mind is thinking that I done had a bunch of threesomes or something. No, haven't been that lucky yet. All I'm saying is I've been with women who that's some of their perspective. You know what I mean? And in that experience of being around, you know, folk like that or whatever, it's like, what always cracks me up about guys who be so macho and beating their chest all the time and thinking that by yelling that they are only with what they think other straight men are going to perceive as being the most macho shit you can do, it actually makes you seem kind of questionable in the sense if you got to constantly over exaggerate your masculinity. Like, just do you, man. Do you. Can't nobody fade you. If you are, you are. You know what I'm saying? And whatever else gon' bleed out if it's on some other stuff. So you ain't got to perpetrate no frauds. Hold tight. As they say, whatever, man, you can't hide that mess forever. It's going to come out if that's what you on about. You know what I mean? Or whatever. So, like, people just got to be honest with themselves and not fall prey to fear. Fear-based culture. I say it all the time. I've mentioned it in other parts of my content here. So the problem with America at its absolute worst is that it is a fear-based cultural situation. Many cultures, but a lot of fear in all of them. And then there's also fear economy. Like, people literally make money off of people's fears. I'm gonna say that again. People are making money off of people's fears, y'all. And the fear of, I'm just gonna say it outright, like what it is for what it is on this particular topic. The fear of homosexuality is how some of this has even gotten to the levels it's at with all of the damn, you know, laws and everybody debating whether or not it should be same-sex marriage, same-sex restrooms and all this stuff people be talking about. The fear factor in it all is where people are messing up. You get all into fear, you can't make ration out of nothing. You can't be honest and realistic about nothing because you're so busy afraid. And what does fear come from? The same thing hate comes from. Hate is bred from fear. People don't understand each other. There's no learning. There's no truth. And then people start lying and calling the lies truth. Yo, all of that leads to the demise of everybody, ultimately. So, like I said, from the perspective of a gay man saying his opinion on other masculine men and calling things that we do toxic, I got issue with that because as it is spread, it's always from like things that men do naturally, okay? Things that heterosexual men do naturally. And I'm not talking about stuff that some people think is natural that's actually dysfunctional, that's actually very unhealthy, that's actually very detrimental to their families, to themselves, to every, you know, I'm not talking about, oh man, you know, treat them like a prostitute and men that would slap a woman and beat a woman and all this, you know, aggressive bullshit like that. No. I'm not condoning none of that. I ain't condoning none of that, you know, out here. You want to be a ladies' man? Hell, I'm a ladies' man, meaning ladies love me, I love ladies. And I'm not saying, I'm single. I'm not in a committed relationship right now. When I do commit, I commit for fucking real. When I commit for real. And she need to commit too, because we gonna be on that level or nothing at all. It's all the way or nothing at all. Which is why I think a lot of people not only should never have been in relationships, should never have gotten married, because most people are not mature enough to responsibly go about that the right damn way. If you're not willing to literally be like, yeah, I'm gonna always be a man, she gonna always be a woman. If I see something I like, I might look, but I ain't gotta go flirt with everything. Or even if I flirt a little bit, there's levels to flirting. Are you flirting just to let a lady know, hey, you know, I'm married. I couldn't do nothing with you if I wanted to, baby, but you brightened up my day just seeing you come through the door just now. I promise, I really don't want you to even reply right now. I just want you to walk away knowing you fine. You know what I mean? Some guys might be able to do that in a way that a lady just get that grin, that satisfaction of knowing she still got it, and both of y'all keep it moving. But then most dudes that's on that, you know, the typical macho that thinks they literally got their manhood wrapped up in it, like, and fear of not being seen as that much of a man, will go the extra mile and get themselves caught up. You know, like she told you when she met you. Well, I got a man, and well, I got a woman, but you know, what they don't know won't hurt them. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Because when they do know, it's gonna hurt you. You know, and worse, what they may never know don't have to outright be said. Sometimes people know they ain't got it, don't want to hear it, so they deal with you until they done got fed up. You know, and then you get them situations, them cases, like them shows, For My Man, and what's that other one, Killer Couples and Snapped and all that. Where you think they get these damn cases? These are real life cases, people. These are real life cases where people done killed somebody in what they say, acts of passion. So yeah, whatever. Like, I'm not condoning none of that. I'm saying, yo, you free, be free. You single, be free, be single, damn it. Date who you want, screw who you want, do what you want when you need to, as you will. That's the life. And understand that comes with a lot of stuff that most people ain't mature enough to handle properly and be respectful of and not mess it all up and get it twisted. So it's just a lot of layers to these things, right? So, you know, when he said that that's who was coming for the movie and everything, I thought, oh my gosh, really? What's in this movie that got them coming after this? So I was thinking, okay, that made me want to see it. So it's working in favor of Marvel's money, that's for sure. Or should I say Fox, because this is one of those Fox Marvel agreements. But I'm saying, yeah, I'm like I said, it wasn't high on my list. I probably still won't see it in theaters. I'll probably wait till it comes out. Maybe Disney and Fox will work out some, they probably won't, but maybe they'll later on work out something where it'll eventually show up on Disney, since I get Disney, and I'll be able to see it or whatever, because I don't know how long I don't really care when I see it. I know I will see it. I'll get around to this Craven movie, right? I'm just saying it wasn't high on my list, no way. It wasn't a mandatory thing any damn way, right? So we'll see it when we see it. But what he described, and the fact that the guy came up under a dad who was like super overbearing and super macho, and it made him want to prove himself in his own way of being that. And out of that and other circumstances, in a shorthand version of trying to describe what it is, and I get all this from the trailer anyway, he becomes Craven, and he's obsessed with being a badass and being the ultimate hunter and blah, 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 blah. But then, of course, he's the hero of this movie in his own way, so that's interesting that they flipped a villain into being a hero of a movie. But they're doing that a lot, if you notice. You know, they did that with Morbius, which technically was like a villain in the comics. They did that with they did that with Joker on DC side of things. You got the new Joker movie, which I've heard is absolutely appalling, which makes me laugh because I'm like, damn, I know some people who was loving the first one are hating the second one. I saw the first one and it was hard to watch, but I mean, it was well acted, well done, blah, 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 blah. But I just felt like, I didn't know that I necessarily needed that version of such a classic character. I mean, that's a whole nother topic. I don't even want to spin off on how I feel about the constant obsession with remakes and reinterpretations when they don't quite hit the note. I have no problem with them, but it's something, if you're going to do it, you really owe it to the fandom and the people who made this thing, the iconography it became. You owe a lot as a creative. And it's not shoes I would want to happily step into as a writer myself and doing film and everything and being an actor and all that. I know how much is expected. So, like, you know, it's like you just got to be careful with that stuff, because it could either build your career or ruin your career. People will always know you as that guy who ruined that character and all that kind of stuff.
This neighborhood has really weird numbers and I don't get it. Is it Oak Creek Pass or Oak Creek Trail?
It is J.Y. Carmichael Road, which is this, right?
No, this is Oak Creek Pass. And then the one that brings you into the neighborhood is Oak Creek Trail. So I don't know where J.Y. Carmichael Road is.
Why did it even take me here? That's weird.
I was like, because that's not in this neighborhood.
Wow. That's
yeah, really... I was like, these two streets, this one, cross streets, Oak Creek Pass.
I feel you.
So it might be maybe just down Moore Road a little bit further.
And I'm calling them and they don't even pick up. Like, it amazes me, people order stuff and don't even, you know, it's like, do you really care about your package? Like, okay.
But that J.Y. Carmichael is not in this neighborhood.
No problem. Is she next to you or he?
I got it.
All right, cool. Thank you. He's just running up and going down the road for the fucking. Let's see, we gotta get there. J. Carmichael. This is some stupid shit. 25 Carmichael Road. Oh man. Kid.
What's the name?
J.Y. Carmichael is the street. Which, that's the other thing. GPS took me over here, but that's not even in y'all subdivision.
Yeah. I don't know of a Carmichael.
Yeah. I'm gonna figure it out, buddy. I appreciate you though.
Okay.
I done call these people, they don't answer no phone. People crack me up ordering stuff and don't even be like, come on, you really want your stuff? J.Y. Carmichael, what the fuck is going on? Hey y'all, sorry for the delay, but I'm trying to, wait a minute, hold up. My phone is straight tripping. Yeah, y'all. Sorry for the delay. I am in an area where my signal is real weird, but anyway, and the addresses are even weirder. You ever had GPS literally take you somewhere where there's not even, it's saying you're here. You're like, you're looking at the map. I like satellite because you can see, like, that's the tree, that's the house. Like, yeah. Anyway, so my was gonna be about this. I'm gonna wrap this thing up about the guy and what he had to say. So he went from talking about the movie and how he gets disgruntled with people pushing their what he, in so many words, considers a agenda to emasculate men and all this type of thing. And I'm not somebody who's totally unaware of that being a reality in our day and time. Okay, that is a thing. I do know that is a thing. And I got my issues with that too. My problem is, he said, and that is why a lot of people voted the way they did in this last election. I said, oh boy, here we go. Sound the alarm. I think we got a MAGA maggot. I ain't saying he is, but he's sounding real. That's typical conversation when this is the reason why you justify your vote towards absolute possible anarchy, World War III, and of course they always say just the opposite. Well, if you had voted for her, it would have been, yeah, I know. Everybody thinks they got it right, but I'm gonna tell you why I ain't worried about right. I always say here, we don't worry about right and wrong. We deal with function and dysfunction. One thing I can say, when it comes to candor, when it comes to put on a face, all of them wear a mask, all of them work for a corporation known as the government, all of them are in on different things that the public will never fully understand, nor are ever meant to, because they know that it would set off show enough anarchy because some people can't handle the truth. Okay? So I know that there are levels to all of this, right? Because I've already said it in other videos. I've already spoke my piece about when the election happened. You can go back and look around that time on our timeline, and you're gonna see the videos I did, one where I have this crazy looking clown in like a Superman looking costume. Yeah, watch that. Watch that. Watch that. If you really want to know what I think, because I ain't biting my tongue. I'm gonna say what I got to say, while we still can, doggone it, and let it be what it is, for all time's sake. Okay. But you know what? I gotta do something real quick that I wish I didn't have to, because this address is a mess. Gotta tamper. So yeah, y'all. Bottom line, to wrap this thing up, and I appreciate those who have commented. I see you. You know, the person gave their perspective and started to kind of state it in so many words. They feel like the reason why a lot of men, especially black men too, voted in favor of what has happened is because they feel like they've been ignored for their masculinity. They want masculinity back. And I'm listening to this saying to myself, so you've been duped and don't even realize you've been duped. You really think this person represents masculinity? I mean, I don't know. Maybe they too would say something as ridiculous as just walk up to women that you don't know and grab them and they, you know what I'm saying, as that fool said, because this is documented. He said it. He don't take it back. He know he said it. He said it was a joke, like it's a joke. What's a joke about that? You're a presidential candidate, and you said something like that, and you think that's appropriate? That's good candor for. You're not a ratchet comedian. I mean, maybe you think you're funny being ratchet. No, no, it ain't even cool when most comedians talk like that. But they're expected to do it if they on that ratchet tip. Not every comedian is ratchet, but those who are, that's what they do, and they get paid for it. So it is what it is. But you ain't that. Ain't nothing funny about this. And then I could go down a long ass list of other stuff. And the type, more importantly, the type of minions this person has attracted. You got literal Nazis, neo-Nazis that are happy as hell about this. They really think this is their messiah. They think this is the beginning of their new era and all of this kind of stuff. I saw a video where somebody was in a harbor. I don't know where it was exactly, but they were behind it was a boat with a big ass flag for Trump and another flag. There's a Nazi flag. This, the red, white, black, and I hate to say swastika because that's a symbol that has been tainted. Originally, it's a sacred symbol in Hinduism and throughout parts of Africa and in Native American history, but they've twisted it up and made it part of their thing to the point where most people, they see it, all they can think of is that negative thing. But I got to mention real history. If you don't know, look it up. Welcome to the truth. And these were all white folk. And it's a white folk on another boat that saw them coming up, and they must have like not been feeling the BS, and they did something with their boat that made their engine spit this wave of water, and they literally washed the other fool's boat with the flags on it, like, and who knows what happened after that, but it was like, you want that smoke, you gonna get it, like, what's up? It was that kind of moment, and that was it. It was the end of the video. But I laughed. I thought to myself, that's what this person is cool with. Like when the situation happened with the tiki guys that got into the big fight and brawl and all that mess. And they were a white supremacist group years ago, back when he was first doing what he's, now known for doing. And everybody, anybody black, anybody who really loves themselves for who they are, knows the history of what has happened with racism in this world, not just this country. For you to back that up and only use the excuse that you really think this person is representing masculinity because of some laws about bathrooms or something, yo, you can have an issue about that, but how does that justify getting with somebody? I mean, there's so many other angles I could take with this, but how does that justify backing up somebody who openly endorses Nazism? I'm gonna leave it right there and be done with it. Hit the comments respectfully or never see the light of day, because you won't be seen if you're coming with that BS. And I will give YouTube some credit. They do a really good job of blocking the nonsense when people have really disgusting comments. You usually, before you even get to review it, it'll just say, you know, X amount of comments have been blocked for inappropriate language and behavior online. Okay, cool. Let's keep it right there because we're not tolerating the nonsense. 2025, 2020, any year. It's time for the truth to be known. And masculinity is not based in, I ain't gonna even call it with, like I said, I don't agree with the toxic masculinity phrase, but I also don't agree with extreme masculinity or what you think is masculinity when it ain't even masculinity. Ain't nothing masculine about backing up no damn Nazi mess. Ain't nothing masculine about disrespecting women. Ain't nothing masculine about not protecting a woman's right to do what she needs to do for her body. And I'm done. Peace.